Do you love to play Magic Online but have a tight budget? Check out Mtgo Academy's Academy Budget Bot in the Magic Online Classifieds. All cards in stock are cheaper than one event ticket.
Hello, everybody. We are here for quasi round one. It's not really round one because it's a bunch of two-man queues because Pauper doesn't have DEs anymore. It does have eight-man queues, but I think they're very rare to fill up. I'm going to keep this hand, see how this looks. Probably going to lead off with the Expanse, wait to play the Hanakami until after the Blade Main. We'll keep this. So this is pretty experimental. I do think that there are still serious Pauper players despite the lack of Ds. This looks like we're playing against Affinity, almost assuredly. So we will be bringing in our artifact removal. Alright, what do we have here? Alright, cool. Well, Glacial Ray can kill that Germ. Not that I'll be doing that anytime soon. Let's think if I still want to make the same play. I do believe I don't want to drop this immediately. That could be wrong. Let's think about that. So we'll play the Terramorphic. I'll search for a Mountain, and we'll see if our opponent plays like an Atog or something. Oh, he's not going to be playing an Atog. No, he could be playing an Atog. Alright, so he's down to... Oh, that card's just better than any card we have in our deck. My wife just looked at me like, that's really sad. I'm so sorry. Alright, so I'm going to hit 19. That's fine. We're going to pop this for a Mountain. You ever said that in real life to someone? I'm going to pop this for a Mountain. I'm not even sure what that would imply. So we're going to threaten him with our own Atog. Blade Main Baku. Which isn't, you know, quite the same card as Atog. I'm sure right now he's reading it. That's what I would be doing. It's a reader, Jim. Alright, so now this turn he's probably going to play another Thoughtcast, which, man, this card is broken. It's like Ancestral Recall, but not as good. Only better because you can run 4 of them. Pardon me, just taking a sip of my delicious milk stout. Alright, what is this? There he is! Alright, so there are a lot of artifacts on the table. Yeah, there's another one. Let's find out how big this guy can be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it can be a 13, 14. That's pretty bad for us. I think the next artifact to go to the graveyard is going to be this Chromatic Star. So the question is, do I play here defensively or aggressively? So for instance, I could assume I can live through an attack from that Atog. And attack this turn or just play some things. I think that's what I'm going to try to do. I think the first thing I'm going to do is play another Blade Main Baku. Yep, so we'll pump the first one. And I think my plan is just going to be to take a swing from this, and he probably won't sacrifice anything. And then I'm going to play this Forest and play this Hanakami, and we'll stack both these, and that's fine. Yes. Always yes. Yeah. Always yes. There we go. All right. So now we have these two. Next turn. This deck is actually very mana hungry, which is another reason why Elder Pine is a passable card in it. I would love to be able to really abuse the Hanakami, but I think I might have to pitch it here. Depending on what happens. This Germ is probably not going to get in because it's going to want to block. Well, let's see. He could be playing Fling, too. This looks to me... Oh, man. Okay. So he's got 6 in hand again. I could see a Galvanic Blast hitting this... Oh, man. These are the best cards in his deck, and he drew 3 of them. Alright. At least he hasn't played any... Oh, there's an artifact. Okay. So he's got 3 more mana available this turn. That could drop a Mirror Enforcer. A second Atog isn't the end of the world. That Frogmite really hurts, though. Alright. So this is an interesting turn, and I actually have to think quite a bit about how I want to handle this, but let's see if he's attacking. He is going to attack. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's not going to crack this. He would only crack something if I blocked with 2 creatures. I'm not going to do that. So 15, 16. We're going to take this. I'm going to see what happens. He might pitch some lands just to deal damage to me. No, he didn't. I didn't expect he would. All right. So the question is, what do we want to see? Maybe Shinin of Life's whatever? That could make sense. Okay, so there's another artifact. That's no good. We did see the Shinin, but now the question becomes, can we live another turn? Because we have to. And so I think the thing to do here is to actually cast this and hope it lives through a Galv Blast, because it takes too much mana to do this and actually pop the Blade Main abilities. So let's hope he doesn't have a Galv Blast, but I wouldn't be so sure that he doesn't. That's what I think anyway. We are going to do this. This should hopefully scare him a little, I hope. And then we will play this. If he has a fling, I think we just lose. But we're actually... I mean, he's going to lose if he can't deal with us next turn. Because these do quite a bit. If you don't know... I suppose I should have talked about this card. It gets +2/+0 for X counters removed. You don't have to pay X mana, though. You just have to pay 1. So this has 4. This can be a 9. This can be a 7. Which isn't bad. And if I use a Glacial Ray, I can dome him and put 2 more counters on. So if I draw land, I can also splice the Kodama's Might. Look at that art. He looks like he's taking a poop. All right. This is gonna be... Uh-oh, this is him searching for a Galv Blast. Is he gonna find it? Come on, man, don't find... Oh, he found it! Oh! Okay, that's fine. So we're probably kicking the dustbin... Oh, Springleaf Drum. Okay. He's gonna keep back blockers. We still have a chance with this Glacial Ray to let a guy through. Let's just do our math. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's a total of +18, so neither of these guys can get through. That's what I just learned. I think it's a mistake for him to attack with this, unless something's happening that I don't know about. But as it stands, we have to block both these guys. Like this. Like so. And we take 2. I think. Alright. So do I dome him with Ember Fist, or do I hit the Germ? I probably just hit the Germ. I think. Oh yeah, this guy doesn't even die. That's almost funny. Okay. This turn is... I think we want to draw land. That's interesting. It's not that interesting, I don't think. Because we have to Glacial Ray and use both these, right? So if I Glacial Ray this has 5, so this becomes an 11. This becomes... Let's try this. So if he has... Well, let's see. Let's do this first. I don't think I should be winning this game. I think this is a rogue deck, maybe getting a little bit of an advantage because he doesn't have a friggin' clue what's going on. And we're going balls to the wall here. Let's get in there. Crack it. We want to remove all of the Kai counters. Crack it. We want to remove all of the Kai counters. And let's heal the Unplayable. Go down to -1. Alright, so we took game 1. Don't think it was deserved, but now he knows a little bit more what we're capable of. Alright, so what's good in this matchup and what's bad? Devouring Rage is a little worse because he has Galv Blast. However, these need to come in. I think these need to come in. I'm not certain about Phantom Tiger. This chump blocks, but it's a little slow. Frostling is also an option, but I don't think it's great. And I think just Dripping Tongue is probably better than Phantom Tiger. So let's cut these. Lava Spike is a Splice enabler, which I never thought I would say about any Magic card, seriously. We just added these Hearth Kamis. Hanakami can return a Wear Away. So, like, is Blademane good? Well, it won us that last game, but will he let us do that again? I'm not sure. I'm actually going to cut the Devouring Rages, even though they're kind of exciting. What else do I cut then? Maybe Lava Spikes. Then again, Wear Away can splice on it. Super late game. I don't think that happens very much. So, I'm going to go ahead and cut these. I'm not sure that that's correct. So I'm not sure this is a good game plan. This probably just means my sideboard is not actually prepared to deal with this matchup quite right. So I wouldn't be surprised if we bid it here. We're on the draw again. This is basically a land destruction spell, if I want it to be. It can't kill Mirror Enforcers or Frogmites very easily. I'm going to keep this, but I'm not excited about it. Now let's see if he gets off to the races. That's a decent first turn play for him. He doesn't get to start the beats, but it's okay. That forest is fine. If he does something like doesn't draw a land, I'm just going to Hearth Kami him immediately. Otherwise, I'm going to start the Blademane build up again. Did you ever think this little guy would win a game other than in Limited? I didn't, but it did now. On camera. Okay, so he played a second land, and it's one that I can't kill. Not that I would. I don't think it's worth killing, especially when he's got all this fixing right now. So I'm going to leave that as it is. We're going to play a Blademane and pass. We're going to play similarly to last game, where we stall out the ground with Zuberas. And we've got 3. Now, the way these work is that you get a counter for each Zubera that was put into the graveyard. So if they all die at the same time, you get 6 from these and it deals 3 damage, which is pretty cool. Alright, so this guy's gigantic. That's fine. Killing this kills the Germ, which is like removing kind of a land, if you don't think about it very hard. It's probably not really like that at all. Okay, we've got a Glacial Ray. That could kill this at some point, maybe. Not yet. I'm not a fan of the decreased number of 1-drops I have. I don't really want a Lava Spike right now anyway. That would be pretty horrible. So the question is, I think we have to play another Blademane. So we're going to take a bite out of crime. Alright, we're going to get hit for some amount. That's okay. We really want to see a land next turn. I guess I could have bluffed a Kodama's Might, but I don't even know if he knows I'm running that. Yeah, that was good of him. He got to keep his stars, but he could have cracked it anyway. His land's... Ugh. That's going to be hard for me to deal with. I mean, this is hard for me to deal with too, so... what's he doing? Fighting red? That's fine. Is he going to Galv Blast my Blademane? That would be okay with me. Electrickery. There you go. That's pretty bold. Alright, so that... set me back. To say the least. We still want to see a land. If we don't, we're probably in trouble. This makes us especially in trouble. Alright. So... Okay, great. We go to 16. Note that if I'd killed the Flare Husk with a Hearth Kami, he wouldn't have been able to play all these guys. Okay, we did see a land. That's good. I think then that the route we go is to play Dripping Tongue, Dripping Tongue. It's a reader. Alright, and hopefully we don't have to block this turn so we can greatly increase the number of spirits. Unfortunate that I took out the Devouring Rage, because with tons of Zubera tokens out, that can do an insane amount of damage. What's happening here? Okay. Note that Electrickery can kill all these guys, though, too. He's got a lot of power out there. So this puts me at 8, if I take those hits. 7, 5, 3... Yeah, that's obviously not allowed to happen. I think we just go ahead and make our move here, even though the Ember Fist is still out on the sidelines. And I think I probably do this. So this deals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 at most, keeping us in the game for a little longer. I don't think he's going to pitch all of his artifacts. All right, so These went to the yard, and we'll get 4 spirit tokens. They are the same tokens, as I recall, from Forbidden Orchard. Alright, so it's unfortunate we couldn't drop this early. This basically has him sacrifice an artifact, which is pretty mediocre, I gotta say. What I don't want to see is another Electrickery from him. That's for sure. Let's play this. And then we play this. And do I use it now? I don't think so. I could kill the Flayer Husk right now. Or land. Let's go ahead and pass the turn. I think it probably will serve as some sort of horrible blocker. Oh, yuck. Okay. Mirror Enforcer's a problem. We really need to see those wearaways, I guess. Okay. So, million guys getting in. That is fine. How do we want to deal with this? I think we probably take everything. It's too bad that we threw away the Devouring Greed. If I had Devouring Greed still, I would block with one guy. And then it would deal... We would be able to pump a guy for 15 next turn. We still couldn't win, notably. If I block here, I kill the Flayer Husk. Take 12. Let's do it that way. So we block there. What did he just sack? I have no idea what he just sacked. Oh, land. Okay. Okay, so he's going to pass, and I think I blow up the Flayer Husk. Even though it might be a better idea to kill land, I don't know. It's hard for me to say. Let's go ahead and kill that. Okay. So we take a boatload of damage. You try to avoid using these as long as possible, because you might play more. Right now, this is how I'm feeling. This deck is underpowered and doesn't have enough options against this, and its sideboard options and Electrickery are way better. Alright, there's another must block. I guess everything's a must block at this point. Another Hearth Kami is fine. Everything seems really mediocre now. I have to think about whether attacking is an option. I don't think it is. I mean, I know everything looks bleak as is, but... Huh. Let's go ahead and play this. Maybe this turn is when I kill the Springleaf right now. Again, I think waiting is probably better, even though it means he can pump an Atog. And I'm going to pop this on an Atog maybe if I feel the need. A lot of these spirits are getting in front of 4/4s, and then I still have to deal with a host of 4/4s. So this game is almost assuredly a loss. Alright. So this is how we do it. We go like this. And we go like this. And then pop, pop. Come on. Get in front. Alright, there we go. That's how we do this. Looks good, huh? Alright, who did he just pump? Which one? That one? And he sacked a land. So I could Glacial Ray that now. And if I did, you have to sacrifice another one. Or you might just not. Just go ahead and leave that as is. Yeah, I think that's fine. And then he's sacrificing... What is this? What did he sacrifice? A land? Alright. That's fine, I guess. We'll sacrifice to that right now and see what he pumps. Okay. Did he not crack it? That's fine if he didn't. I think then I Glacial Ray this. Yeah, I guess he sacks one of his other lands. So he just goes all in, which makes sense. He's still going to have enough artifacts to keep in Metalcraft, which is really unfortunate. Okay, so this turn ends up sad. We hit him for 1. And I don't think there's a single card in my deck, especially in Pauper, that can deal with all these things. Alright, we GG, and we move to game 3. Remember, this is a learning experience. What we learned was that 4/4s are bad for us, and Phantom Tiger is not good enough. Alright, Pyroblast can counter a Thought cast or whatever it is. I think maybe I want to bring these back in. And Electrickery is tough to deal with. Makes a lot of our creatures worse. Lava Spike is pretty horrible anyway. Maybe I want to bring in one of these as just a possible win route. I just think Shinnin might be better. It's a good question. I'm on the play now. I don't know. Let's go ahead and keep the 1 in. We will play first. This hand has a Glacial Ray. I guess we keep this. We got 2 wear-aways. I think the way to manage this is to get to Splice range. So we basically try to slow roll these as much as possible. We really would want to splice these to keep using them, but so like you can splice one onto the other. Splicing the wear-away to avoid spending it is much more expensive. He kept his starting hand too. So I think we're going to find a forest with this on our first turn. Our turn 2 will probably be to drop a Dripping Tongue. Look at this guy. If you saw him in the forest, you just want to pet him. He looks like a bad guy from Zelda. Art Gons 138. What do you think that means? Is his name Arthur Gonzo? I don't know. Probably not. Alright. Terramorphic, pass. At least we're not playing against Affinity in Classic. That would be depressing. Alright, what do we have? A star? Yep. Assumed as much. Here's a question. Maybe I blow that up. I think I wait, probably. We will do this, though. Great. Okay, that is fine. Let's drop Dripping. I'm not going to do anything else this turn. We'll try to slow roll the wear-aways. At the very least, we can spend another Glacial Ray. What do we have here? Frogmite? That can be Glacial Rayed. See? Oh my god. Ugh. I hope he doesn't have a Mirror Enforce. And I hope he does, actually. Alright, so if we're slow rolling, we're going to wait one more turn to use one of these. I kind of wish I'd drawn something there other than a land, but that's okay. Alright. So do we block this turn to make a Spirit? I don't think so. Yuck. At least that can be Glacial Raid. Alright. That's fine. Hit me for 1,000,000. This is going to be blocking in a Tog. So this turn we don't want to draw like a 3-drop because we could have cast it that turn. There's a 3-drop. That's too bad. Alright. I think we're going to have to wait on that because this turn is going to involve Wear-Awaying and Glacial Raying. And doing them at the same time, targeting this with a Glacial Ray is pretty horrible. So we're going to go ahead and just pass the turn here. I think Dripping Tongue gets in front of a Tog. And we see if he sacrifices anything first before we do anything. Alright, so he draws a card. That's fine. We wanted to switch the mana. Why did he do that? Why didn't he pump a Tog with that Chrome Star? That was weird. Alright, so this is how I do this. I block here, and I see if he does anything first. And I think he will. He didn't. So I think I just let this happen, and then I EOT crack some of these things, so I keep the Dripping Tongue around. Let's do it. I know that takes me to an extremely low life. I guess he could, like, just totally destroy me in one manner or another. Alright. Cast and splice additional spells. Choose target artifact or enchantment. This one. Pay this. Press OK when there are no more spells you want to splice. There we go. If that wasn't confusing enough, there you have it. Splice! Yep. Okay. Well, we 2-for-1'd him, but that Atog is going to be a problem. Alright, we drew another land. So we could play Elder Pine here. Huh. I think that might be the right way to go. I like the idea of playing another blocker. Do I want to... No, I can't. The way I play my land, I have to leave Glacial Ray open. He doesn't know I have another Wearway, so in some ways I'm bluffing that, kind of. Alright. Now blocking with Dripping Tongue is really great, because I'm just going to get it back. Once the Elder Pine dies. Yuck. Alright, we're going to have to wear that away. He's down to 2 cards, which is good, by the way. I feel, Galvanic Blast. Targeting maybe Elder Pine, I guess. Ugh. Alright, so the question is, do I Glacial Ray now? I think the answer has to be no. So even though we lose the Soul Shift on this, I just let that happen. So that's too bad. No Soul Shift triggers. Alright, Dripping Tongue, you get over here. Alright, stays alive. Pretty cool. This turn is going to be pretty sweet. Can't play that, though, because we're going to cast this and splice this. And right now, we are going to pass the turn. Or do we do this now? I think we do it now. Forces him to sack a land if he wants to kill the Dripping Tongue, as opposed to sack one of these guys. So, yeah. We're going to cast this, targeting this, and then splice additional spells. And then this target's here, and we go like this. Alright, you got it. Yep, that's fine. What? Okay, good. I think it just was weird, the way that it looked because of Splice. That's fine. I think he's going to sack one of his Tree of Tales here, or maybe the Ancient Den, probably. That's fine. Yep, so we got to toss Dripping in front of here. And we are running pretty low, and he's got this major threat out. So we need to be able to deal with this, but this is hard for us to take care of. It's not like we have engineered explosives on this format. Pauper. Alright. I wish I'd drawn that before. It would have bought me so much more time. Yeah, we'll play this. We'll play that, because it thins out our deck, and I'm getting in here with this guy. I love it. I'm not going to wear anything away this turn, but he knows I've got it in my hand. That's a pretty good draw. The problem with the deck that I'm playing is that we don't have any cards like that. That's weird. I would have just pitched it to the Atog and drawn the card. Alright, that's fine. I block here, and he's going to sack a land or a Springleaf. Probably a land. Yeah, you got it. Okay, fine. So, that happens. Now if he has a Galv Blast, we're just going to lose, because I'm going to continue attacking, but we're going to crack this first. Let's find a Forest. What do we draw? Ember Fist. See, if I would have drawn these all earlier, I would have been able to do a lot more. Alright, yeah, that's fine. I'll gamble around Galv Blast to do 1 extra damage. We really are behind, obviously, so let's go ahead and drop him. If he wants to kill him, that's fine. Ugh. Alright, he's sacking... Oh, he's just gonna fling him? Or... What's happening? Yeah, this has to be fling. If only I had a way of preventing the damage. Why would he do this instead of attacking into this first? I guess he's scared? Yep, okay. That's fine. We'll kill this in retaliation. Alright. I will see you guys next round. We're going to play the same build, and if that similarly doesn't work, we're going to switch it up.